Hi, heathens. I know it's been a minute. We've been getting into the new software at work. I have been so mentally drained. Like, I literally have just wanted to come home and collapse. It's been ridiculous. But I'm here. We're going to play with some new products. And we're going to chit-chat about something that I haven't talked about on my channel before. And that is, I want to know what y'all's thoughts are on like aliens, cryptids, other supernatural like beings or encounters or anything like that, because I am fascinated. And I was listening to the Cult Leader podcast today, which I listen to a lot, and they were talking about the Rael alien story, and I've heard it before. And it just got me thinking, like, you know, there are so many people who joined, like, this cult, and it even, you know, still has members today. And it got me thinking, like, I want to know what y'all believe. Like, we don't have to get religious about it or anything. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be afterlife related, but, like, just in general, or, like, the more common ones. Aliens, mermaids, the common cryptids like Bigfoot, Mothman, chupacabras. Like, what are your beliefs on that? Because okay, hold on, let me show you these first. So these are these little, they're like rare beauty dupes that I found online. They're Best Beauty. I have a contour and a highlighter. I'm gonna put the contour down under my makeup, and then obviously the highlighter on top. But I'm going to start off with the contour before even doing my eyes, which I know is a little strange for me, but it's because I want to see how it goes down and if I need to take it off or not before doing anything else. Okay, it doesn't have a smell. I completely forgot what I was saying. Oh, yeah, no, I would love to believe that, you know, something like mermaids or the chupacabra are real. And I definitely believe that there's something out there, like for the chupacabra, for instance, that has caused people to believe that that's what it is. So, like, obviously there's something that has I've already thrown something on the ground, a resemblance to, ooh, that is a lot more pigmented than I expected, that has a resemblance to what we believe as the chupacabra. Otherwise, I don't believe it would be quite as common a phenomena. Just like unpopular opinion of mine, I feel like in the past there had to have been something that was dragon-esque. This side is so much more pronounced. What is happening here? Because each like religion and culture kind of has their own depiction and versions of dragons. And I just feel like, you know, when you're in a time where, okay, it dries down fast, so let's keep that in mind. When these different cultures, they're not talking to each other, you know, they've got their own things going on, for there to be such a widespread comparative creature, I feel like there's got to be something to it. I'm gonna spritz a sponge with setting spray real quick and try to take this down across and see if we can't like make the sides a little more even. I'm gonna have to put a little bit more on this side to even it out, because since it's going under my foundation, I at least want the sides to be equally have like equal coverage and coloration. this goes a long way, okay? 1 dot, probably more than enough. So we're just gonna, boop. Anyway, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel it can't just be coincidence, you know? So I feel the same way with some of these cryptids. Now, of course, there are definitely stories for some of them where it can kind of easily be explained away and, you know, this, that, and the other. But then there are situations where it's like, but, you know, what else really is there that can explain it? So, an example, and I don't know if y'all have heard this story, but it's one of my favorites as far as the argument for alien life. I'm going to be going in with this eyeshadow. I don't know how it's going to work out because it's like a black pigment. Hold on. Like, I mean, just full on black pigment. So I'm going to be putting a little layer of liquid shadow under it, and then I'm going to go over it with something else. Oh, I don't want one that dark. Here we go. This is also by Kubest. These are the liquid shadows. I have used them on my channel before. I really, really like these. But it's this story, and I'm gonna butcher some of the details. I'm sorry. If I can find like a link to an article or something about it, I'll link it below. But essentially these guys are in the forest. They're like cutting down trees or something, and they see these lights through the trees and they think maybe it's a vehicle. One of the guys gets brave enough to like go a lot closer. Long story short, he's abducted. All the other guys leave because they can't find him. He's gone. There are these burn marks across the trees, like where the spacecraft kind of settled down. And these guys get accused of and charged with the missing party's murder, because of course no one believes their story that he was abducted. He's gone. They were out in the woods. Like, the whole thing is just really suspicious against them. You know, and there's not really a lot they can do at this point. So then the guy who's missing shows back up and like has stories of like what happened to him while he was gone and abducted. And it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, well, what else, you know, could have happened? I'm gonna try not to knock this over while I try to show you. Ooh. Okay, that's what I was hoping for. But, you know, it's like, okay, so obviously he didn't get killed. His story matches with theirs pretty well, obviously. He has more detail because, yeah, he's the one who got abducted, not them. But it's like, okay, well then, if you don't believe that's what happened, then what happened? You know? Because if somehow they did try to off him and had failed, why would he come back stating, you know, that it had been aliens versus just completely throwing them under the bus? You know what I mean? Because if someone tried to end my life and did not succeed, you better believe there'd be like some form of either retaliation on my part, or everyone would at least know like what had gone down. You know, I'm not I'm not gonna just sit here and pretend nothing ever happened. And I can't imagine that there's any kind of like, oh, too much, hold on, drugging that they could have done to him that would have made him believe, you know, if he survived it, that it was just an alien abduction and that they hadn't done anything nefarious. So, I don't know. The whole thing's just very intriguing to me. Like I said, I'll try to find a link to the story and leave it below. But I would love to hear y'all's thoughts, especially if you have any stories of your own. I would love to hear them because I'm just so fascinated with that stuff. And I'm such a fan of like horror movies and stuff like that. I'm gonna go in with the Indie Beats Platinum Hits 3 palette for my shimmer. And I'm gonna be using Moves Like Jagger down here because I think over that black it's gonna pop really nicely. So I'm just gonna take my finger, get a little bit, and I'm just tapping it all over that black. Yeah, that looks really good. You see what I mean? Like it just gives it something to have dimension behind it. So those colors really pop. I keep getting distracted and forgetting where I was at with my thought. Somewhere. Anyway, next topic. I'm gonna go in with concealer, the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue in light medium. I almost never use concealer, so this is a little strange, but I feel like my under eyes this morning looked really rough and my day has just been thrown off, so I feel like they've just gotten worse as the day has gone on. Like, not necessarily thrown off in a bad way. It's still been productive. It just, when I make a mental plan and the day does not pan out like I'm expecting, my brain does not want to cooperate properly and sometimes tries to go into a bit of a panic mode. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. Because I'm stuck in that, oh, you were supposed to do X, Y, and Z before right now, and blah, blah, blah. So anyway, this is the Tarte Double Duty Beauty Shape Tape Hydrating Foundation in the shade Porcelain Beige. But yeah, so I was listening to Cult Leader, and, you know, like I said, that episode had played, and then a girl sent in a submission for a Little Leader, which is where he has people, you know, send in their stories that correspond to whatever. And it was about signs that she received, you know, after her father passed. And it's just like, stuff like that is so trippy to me because some of it, it's too much to, you know, just be coincidence, you know. And I know that people, especially when you're looking for something, you can read into things, you know, I get that. But particularly for people who are a little skeptical, sometimes it just feels like there is no other explanation. And I don't know if that makes sense. But, so I'd love to know y'all's thoughts on cryptids and the supernatural, because, I don't know, I just think it's fascinating, and I love hearing other people's thoughts and opinions, and like why you have your specific opinion, especially if it's that you do believe. Like, why? Is it because something happened? Is it because you just want to believe? Is it because you think it would be really cool? Like, what is the reasoning behind you being a believer, or I mean even a non-believer, I guess. Like, do you just feel that all of it's just too unrealistic, that there's no possible way that these specific things could be real? Like, I'm interested because I think it's fascinating to see people's views on it. Kind of looks like I got punched. I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna pick up on camera, but in person that side kind of looks like I got punched, but that's okay. Oh my god. We're gonna fly through mascara, and then I'm gonna put I don't know about blush, but I'm gonna put a lipstick on for sure. I'm not crazy about the way the highlighter is sitting on this side. Can you all see kind of like how it's grouped up? This side, it's not doing that. You there? That side it is. I may need to go over that with a powder highlighter. Like, this side legit looks like I'm sweating, and so my foundation is like balling up. It's very strange. And despite the fact that it's incredibly hot here today, the inside of my house feels really good, so I'm not sweating. It wasn't sitting down like the other side. So let's get powder first. This is the Makeup Revolution Light Lavender setting powder. Then I'm gonna have to go because my groceries just got delivered. Even though they didn't knock, I saw them pull up and then pull away. Put this over my not bruise. All right, let's figure out what highlighter I want to put over this. Let's go for one of the Lime Crime Opals highlight. I'm going to go for the Peach, which is this one. And this does not have a mirror. So I'm just taking my brush. I'm just gonna, that went on heavy. Can you all see that? I think it's because since the other one is a liquid and I didn't fully set it, it just like grabbed straight into it. Okay, this side looks better. This side, I don't know what's happening over here. Just genuinely, we're just going to one side of my face looks like I got punched. The other side looks like I've never touched makeup before. I don't know what's happening right now. Okay, let's finish up with some lipstick and be done so I can get my groceries. This is one of the like ColourPop matte lip dupes in the shade 02. I love these though. They last really, really well. I did get these off of Temu. As always, there's going to be a link in the description in case you want to join. That'll give me a little bonus and also an affiliate link in case you want 30% off your first order. You do not have to use it. I know some people aren't comfortable with affiliate links. but it's there just in case, because 30% is 30%. But I've been wearing these to work a lot because they last really, really well. Oh no! Okay. They smell really good too. Making sure there's none on my teeth. We're gonna give it a spritz. And we are done with today's look. Ignore that weird highlighter. Let me know your thoughts. I'm going to put my glasses back on. I'm gonna go get my groceries, and I'll see you guys next time. Thumbs up if you enjoyed, subscribe if you want to see more of my content. I almost completely forgot my outro. Now that's it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.